Hello YouTubers, welcome back. Okay, so we stitched this up, got it all set, popped the holes in there, got everything good. So we're gonna go ahead and just briefly take a quick sand of this, kind of spruce that up just a little bit. Just go in one direction. Just sand in one direction. Yeah. Incorporate those corners well. And there is a good trick too. Getting good slick edges. And I'm going to show you how it is. This is the start of it right here. Because we've already went over it with our 120. Now I believe this is a 200. Two 220. I'll have to take a look here and see. $220. Yeah, it makes it nice and soft. I'll just go all the way around. Got a little bit, got some hangers there on the top, so just go all the way around at the top as well. Since I went ahead and gotten the tops of these yet. It's time. Okay, let's take a little brush here. Kind of looking at this here, but we don't want to really do anything with these edges until we get this piece on, because when we attach these two pieces, it might shift that wallet just a little bit. even though we already have it stitched, it will still stretch the wallet somewhat, a little bit. Not a lot, but some. So we want to wait and see what we got there. So let's go ahead and clean up our area real quick. Get this cleaned up. That we need to cut our 45s off, so we'll grab our little piece of leather. Weaver edger. Give it a little sharp in here. This leather. By running it backwards. On this little piece of leather. Once you can flip it over and get a little more on it. Go ahead and take this 45 off here. Okay, now we're taking our edging tool and we got that 45 cut off of there. It's a little bit. Clean up our area. And then we're going to switch over from a 120 to 20. And we're going to switch over to a looking for my other 600 sheet. Okay, that'll work. So we start with the 400, which is a little rougher, not too bad. And again, we'll start in one direction. Get the back side. Get the edges here. Come right down the top as well. Get all those nicks and burrs. And give it a little brush. And we just basically feel it with our finger, and it feels pretty good. So if it feels okay, then we'll go with a 1000. And we'll just give it a one direction, give it a couple pulls like this. We'll eventually wet that down and go with the wet. Can we get those edges real good? And there we go. So got a little scrape there at the 1000. That feels pretty good there. So a little bit more right here. always keep a nice clean area. It's always good to have a clean area. That way you're not scarring, because you can scratch leather with another piece of leather, believe it or not. And so you get a hard piece and you scratch it. You can scratch this. So it's always nice to keep your area nice and clean. Clean your sandpaper. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead with a little tokenol. Tokenol on the edge. And that's going to give us a little area we can burnish that. Make that look nice. Bond them layers together. Excuse me, pardon me for that. That was my internal part that was doing something, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll get this going here. Get this burnished up. You can already see it starting to burnish. Get burnishable with just my fingers. So let's go ahead and put the burnishing tool on it. Go ahead and lock those fibers down. Smooth them. That's the sound you want to hear for sure. When you're burnishing and you're doing a good job at it. That's how you can tell that you're really getting in there. Getting those fibers down. Because the friction is causing heat. That heat is causing this to melt. You can see it's kind of a little sticky. So that's what's making it burnish well. Because as it heats up, it's a little sticky. We'll get the rest of it when we get the whole wallet built. There we go. How's that look? Alright. Looks pretty good. Nice and smooth, edges sealed. Put this back together. Now we're going to want to go ahead and get this part done. And so the same thing, fold this over, give it a little crease. While it's folded over, that's going to be where it's at. Always turn this around and kind of bring it down and marry it up to the back part. Kind of unfold it down as much as you can. You know that's about where it's going to be. Fold that over to the edge, about where it's going to be. Right? Give it a little crease, just a little, just to take the pressure off. That's what we want to do. We want to take that pressure off. Because as we work with this, we don't want the pressure being on this curve or on this here. So, put this back up here again. And now what we're going to do is we know we're going to build this side. Take our pen again. Mark this side right here on the back side. This mark is a little lower than this top here. And then line this up. And we know that we're going to mark this part right here. Just inside this part. Right here, make another little mark. And that'll get her standing up. Go ahead and apply our glue. Starting with that mark right there. We just come straight down around that corner. let that set for a second. While we let that set for a second, we can go ahead and get our thread ready. There's always something to do. We know we're going to be coming from about this top around to about here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Give a little snip. So now we have our thread ready to go. Good, take these pieces off. I'll have these ready for the trash can there. Tried to keep everything visual for you guys. So you don't lose a visual on what I'm doing. I know I'm bringing it a little close in sometimes, and I apologize for that. So trying to keep in mind not to really too much work past the edge of this wallet right here, because I know that's out of focus there for you. Especially if you have a smaller camera. Makes it hard to see. When you get to the edges, sort of thread that through. Pierce that in half. Trying to get it exactly in half sometimes is a little challenging, but it's not too bad. There we go. Pull that up tight. There's one part of our thread. Yeah, we got a little knot in there. I don't know how that happened. We gotta get that out of there. We don't need any knots. It's amazing how that happens. They don't even cross over or anything. It's just a couple twists in there, and you pull on it. The next thing you know, you got a little knot. And you got to kind of go in there and take that dude out of there. You just have to work with it. That's how you can kind of get it out. It's really hard to see them sometimes. Sometimes I use my magnifier so I can see how in the heck it happened. this other point here. Let's get in there and get that in there and see if we transferred it. Let's see what happens here. Look at that. I think it's sometimes these knots are really pain in the neck. Looks like this one's going to be a little. I'm going to have to take this under the magnifying glass to get this one out. It's in there kind of tight. You see here. I'll sit here and waste time trying to get these stupid knots out of here. Anyway, so hang on just a second. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, get that stinking knot out of there. The thing was in there tight. Not really sure how that happened either. It never crossed anything over. It's really amazing how that happens. So, get this threaded back into this side. There we go. So now our thread's ready. And now that we took the time to do that and everything, this is nice and ready to go. It's not real sticky. So I can go ahead and put this together. And line this up on the top side here. Come around. Line this up on the bottom. Like so. Get our masher tool, mash this down. All right. Get that nice and mashed down. Put that back. We're going to do some more sanding. Starting again with the 120. And we're going to get this side. Back and forth. To get a good back and forth to even everything up. That's just to use the brute force of the sandpaper, basically. to make sure everything is even and smooth. That's really what we're doing, okay? If the corners need sculpting, we sculpt them. Just like sculpting something, you start with something heavy, and then you taper off and get to your finer tools. There we go. Now we'll go one direction. Come around the corner. One direction, hit this edge one direction. What the one direction does is it lays the fibers down in one direction, because really your leather is nothing more than a bunch of fibers. And it's kind of like combing your hair. If you were to see these under a little microscope, they're little hairs, so to speak. And when you brush them one direction, they lay down. But when you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, they stay frayed, and they don't smooth out and lay down. They basically just get like a wild hairdo type thing. When you go single direction, it's like you're laying that dude down. That's what you want. I'll be able to lay those down real well. Okay. So let's go ahead and give it a sandpaper brush. Let's go into our 120, which is a finer, or I'm sorry, 220, which is a finer sandpaper here. So the higher the number, the finer the paper. So we go 120, 220, 6 or 400, and then 1000. And that's the sandpaper that we're using on most of my projects, and at least on this one. There are certain times where I want to use something a little higher than that if I'm really trying to achieve a really super high gloss on an edge. Most of the time that's going to be achieved better with a straight veg tan. This is a veg tan, but this is kind of a veg tan. What this is a chrome tan leather that's and it's been tumbled in a big tumbler and partially chrome tan made it softer. So it's kind of a both. It's kind of a veg tan and a chrome tan all at the same time type deal. Because what it does is they take them and they make them. Sometimes they do a chrome tan, makes them really super soft, and then they do a veg tan on top of that. Starts getting it a little stiffer, and a lot of times makes it perform a lot more like veg tan than chrome tan. So makes it soft. Chrome tan is soft and pliable. Veg tan's a little more stiff, rigid. So when they give you the best of both worlds, and they do a chrome tan, retumble it, and tumble them back through and veg tan it, then it starts out real soft, and then the veg tan starts stiffening it up. And that's what this wall is. Have to edit part of the video out. My wife got up and the dogs didn't realize it was her and started barking, so I had to shut the video down. But so basically we were talking about getting these edges smooth, which we have. These are all nice and straight now. So we want to take our lines marked. We want to go ahead and pre-mark all of this again, like we had in the past. Just kind of give it a little bump. Give this one a little bump. There we go. It looks like it's going to work fine. It'll be okay. Come around here. Give this a little bump. Mark this all the way around, like so. This is nothing more than making our marks that our stitching irons, with our stitching irons, then hand pressure. Now we'll start down at this end to basically get these marked. A couple of them were already marked, so we'll go back in those same holes, come out of those, and come right down and marry them into our existing holes. And do they line up? Not quite. So we kind of have to move these a little bit forward. So I'll come into this last hole, move these a little bit forward. Move that a little forward, and the other one's back just a hair. And that'll probably line up just fine. This one, when we get it down further, it'll line up with that perfectly, because the hole will widen as we go, and so that'll widen, and that'll look like one hole. Okay. So off camera, I'm going to go ahead and finish punching the holes with the stitching irons and getting this prepared, and then we'll come back and we'll finish this edge with you guys, finish these edges, and then we will be completely done with this particular wallet. So there's a little bit of, just kind of always look at your wallet, and if you see a little goop or something, you can give it a little breath, and sometimes it may take a little bit of water, just a tiny bit, not too much. Kind of rub that off there. It's just a little bit of excess toconol. It got on there when we did our edge. Okay, there we go. And it's always a good idea to invest in a little water bottle like this, so that you can put a little water whenever you need to. So it's always good to do that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and give me some comments down in the comment section. Let me know how you like this video, what you'd like to see in future videos. I'd appreciate that. And so we're going to go ahead and punch these holes, and we're going to go ahead and stitch this off camera. You've seen me stitch plenty of time. Then I'm going to come back. We're going to sand, address the edges. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing as we did to this side. Burnish, get it ready. Buff it up. And have another good project in hand. Then we can start a new project. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day. Please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you. Have to edit part of the video out. My wife got up and the dogs didn't realize it was her and started barking, so I had to shut the video down. But So basically we were talking about getting these edges smooth, which we have. These are all nice and straight now. So we want to take our lines marked. We want to go ahead and pre-mark all of this again, like we had in the past. Kind of give it a little bump. Give this one a little bump. There we go. It looks like it's going to work fine. It'll be okay. Come around here. Give this a little bump. Mark this all the way around, like so. This is nothing more than making our marks that our stitching irons, with our stitching irons, then hand pressure. Now we'll start down at this end to basically get these marked. A couple of them were already marked, so we'll go back in those same holes, come out of those, and come right down and marry them into our existing holes. And do they line up? Not quite. So we kind of have to move these a little bit forward. So I'll come into this last hole, move these a little bit forward. That a little forward, and the other one's back just a hair. And that'll probably line up just fine. This one, when we get it down further, it'll line up with that perfectly, because the hole will widen as we go, and so that'll widen, and that'll look like one hole. Okay. So off camera, I'm going to go ahead and finish punching the holes with the stitching irons and getting this prepared, and then we'll come back and we'll finish this edge with you guys, finish these edges, and then we will be completely done with this particular wallet. So there's a little bit of, just kind of always look at your wallet, and if you see a little goop or something, you can give it a little press, and sometimes it may take a little bit of water. Just a tiny bit, not too much. Kind of rub that off there. It's just a little bit of excess toconol. It got on there when we did our edge. Okay, there we go. And it's always a good idea to invest in a little water bottle like this so that you can put a little water whenever you need to. So it's always good to do that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and give me some comments down in the comment section. Let me know how you like this video, what you'd like to see in future videos. I'd appreciate that. And so we're going to go ahead and punch these holes, and we're going to go ahead and stitch this off camera. You've seen me stitch plenty of time. Then I'm going to come back. We're going to sand, address the edges. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing as we did to this side. Burnish, get it ready. Buff it up. And have another good project in hand. Then we can start a new project. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day. Please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you. Hello, YouTubers. We're back. We're back to work on the wallet again. And we got it all stitched up. This side's already been finished up, so we're going to go ahead and get this side sanded. We already have our 220 ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and give it a little sand here. Give it a little 220 sand here. This is the other side of the wallet. Go back and forth, which is always recommended to kind of get the high sides knocked off. And once we get these high sides knocked off, then we'll come back and give it a one-way. It's looking pretty good. Should get that all. Brushed off right there. Let's go ahead and use a 400 and a 1000. There we go. There's a 400 right here. And we'll just go for one direction. Since we ended in one direction, we'll go ahead and start in one direction. Keep that going so that keeps the flow going. That way we're not upsetting the balance of the for the 1000. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Nice and smooth. Yeah, there we go. Brush that off. Knock off our 45s with our edge beveler. So I'll put that right there for right now. Let's go ahead and take our edge beveler right here. Bevel the edges out. After we edge bevel that, we'll go back over with our 1000, one direction. and give us a little token all here on this. Start some token on. Just a little dab on here. Let's get that started. It's gonna get that soaking, get those edges, get it off the edges. Better already. Just come around on those edges. A lot of times we'll finish our projects, have a little bit of edge beveling to go. As it kind of goes along there. There we go. And that was out a little bit. What we got going. There we go. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So we got that edge done. Got that edge done. These are pretty much ready to go. I think we'll do the back a little bit. Let's go ahead and do this back just a tiny bit. Let's get this back going. After that, we'll be in good shape. Swallow will be done. We'll be ready to start the next one. Stop one and start the next one. That's the way it goes. It's worth it. Put in the cash. Make that cash slot real nice and smooth. Give it a nice appealing feel. Look. There we go. Looks great. So there we have it, folks. Another wallet. Looking pretty good. It's a little bit springy yet, but it'll work its way in there. It'll work its way in there. Just take our guess we did have a few pieces here we need to get off. Shine there. There you have it. Traditional bifold. Six pocket. We can take our bone folder, knock our pockets loose. Make sure our pockets are nice and loose. Just knocking that glue loose that we've got up in there. Didn't have too much, had a little bit. Take a little bit of any other residual that we have done on the pockets. Get those all wiped off and rubbed down. Make this a fantastic looking wallet. Yeah, there we go. Got a fantastic looking wallet. How's that? Nice edges, all complete. We'll go ahead and rub a little beeswax on them, seal those edges up. A little beeswax on there. That'll seal those edges up. That way you don't have to worry about getting water, anything like that in them. Once that's in there, we just take our canvas and heat that up. Make it look real nice. That canvas heats that beeswax up and seals that. That's what happens. Makes it hot. If you can feel that, it's warm. Because the friction just allows that beeswax to get down in there and seal that up. Keeps moisture and water, other things from getting in there. Top. Around here. Gives your hands an exercise, I'll tell you. Looks pretty good though. Rub down once more. Quick. Nice. That's nice. There we go. Another wall, well done. And it will eventually stay closed. It just has to get set on, and for right now, it is what it is. Well, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below what you liked about this video, what you want to see in future videos, what we can do for you. And we thank you for watching, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care.